I just wanted to get on here and share a little tip with you guys today. So first off, I'm Emily Anderson, Independent Certified Health Coach with Optavia. So as I've been coaching over the last few years, clients ask me all the time, Emily, what is your number one secret for being successful with the Optavia plan? So one thing that I love to share is one of the 4 components. So there's 4 components with Optavia to help you be successful. The one thing that I truly love and emphasize a lot with my clients is really working on the mindset component. For us, we've all had these things that kind of have built up for years and years and years. So like for an example, like when we were younger, as a baby, we cried because we were hungry. So our parents go ahead and they give us a bottle and they feed us. There's emotion tied to food right there. Unbeknownst to them, they're just doing what they need to do to feed their babies. Second thing is, I am totally guilty of this one too. When we're on a road trip or in the car running errands and I have toddlers in the back seat that are whining, they're ready to be done. I'm throwing treats, I'm throwing fruit snacks, drinks, everything in the back of the car to help them just kind of calm down and be good so we can get the things finished that we need to. Again, they're frustrated, so I gave them something to comfort them. So I had the emotion tied to food for my children. So I don't know if any of you guys are in that boat, but just kind of an example too. And no fault of anybody. It's just kind of a pattern that we followed for a long time. So you can see as the years go on, basically what happens is when stress happens, when life happens, a lot of us will turn to food for emotional eating or stress eating because that's kind of the patterns that we built over the years. So when you start the Optavia plan, a big component that we focus on is the mental component, the 6 inches in between the ears, because that's one of the biggest focuses to help you have the long-term success. So one of the things that I suggest is once you order your program, you're going to get the Healthy Habits System. Amazing tools. I highly suggest to read 1 paragraph a day or 5 minutes a day, whatever your time allows, but be in those books daily consistently to help rework those neural pathways in your head. You're creating new ones to help combat that stress eating or emotional eating. So in the Habits of Health System, 2 amazing books come. The first one is your life book. This really works on why we make the choices that we do. Now I know this is giant-sized textbook, college, high school days are coming back at you, but this is designed for 365 days. So for a full year of you working on that mental component. So I highly suggest using that tool. Another amazing book that comes in the Habits of Health System is the Habits of Health book. Another giant-sized textbook. We got this rocking here. So, but this is also designed for a year as well. So 365 days. So you can see it's a long-term process to start working the 6 inches in between the ears. But the more and more that you're daily, consistently building those habits, so micro habits, they're turning into macro habits, which goes in and ties in with this Habits of Health System. That gives you the fighting chance to sustain long-term. Again, reworking the neural pathways. Those are huge. The more and more that you're repetitive, the more and more it's going to be consistent and change those patterns for you. So the number one piece of advice that I do give all my clients, focusing on the 4 components, put an emphasis on the Habits of Health System. Really working on that mindset to trigger for long-term success. Because we know life will happen. Life is eventually going to hit the fan one day or another, unfortunately. We're going to have deaths in the family. We are going to have stressful jobs. We're going to have stressful times in our lives, things that are going to go on. And we want to slowly work through those patterns. So in case your old patterns were, I'm done with the day. I'm going to go eat this, and this, and I'm going to tap out. These are the tools that are going to help you to use different mechanisms or different tools to turn to something else healthier instead of emotional eating or stress eating. So I hope this was a wonderful tip for you. Reach out to me if you do have any other questions on the mental component. I would love to help. I hope you have a wonderful day.